exclusive local events. We keep you connected. Celebrate our culture, people, and voices with powerful documentaries and inspiring stories. Experience premium entertainment, from trending music to urban lifestyle and beyond. Grow your spirit with life-changing messages and uplifting perspectives. Lead the way with bold conversations, fresh ideas, and thought-provoking shows. Wherever you are, whenever you want, watch TVM on all your devices. TVM, your world, your network.
Guys, welcome to another episode of On the Couch. Today I have the first guest name. But before I introduce my guest, my topic is the question. I'm asking the question whether that going to answer me why do Nigerians have double standards? Why do Nigerians like to, why do Nigerians prefer to do menial jobs abroad, but it's almost, in short, it's an abominable act, or almost an abominable act for them to do those menial jobs here in Nigeria. So for instance, so many people do not like to work in the work. So many people don't like to, clean toilet, they don't like to, do techy, quote unquote, techy jobs here in Nigeria, but when they get abroad, you see them rushing or wanting to do those jobs. So I had to speak to this amazing guest. Please join me on the couch while we dissect this matter. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, join me as I welcome Mr. Lawrence to the house. Hi, Mr. Hi, Mr. Lawrence.
Hey, Mara. Good to be here.
Welcome to my couch.
Yeah, thank you for having me on the couch today.
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you for being honest, joining me on my couch. So yeah, let's dissect this rhetorical question. Why do Nigerians like to, or why do they prefer to do menial jobs abroad than here in Nigeria? What do you think of that?
Okay, if I understand the topic generally, I think it's twofold. There's the double standard part of it, and there's also the part of menial jobs. I like the menial jobs abroad.
Yeah.
Not in Nigeria. I'll give you a very simple answer to that. There's this statement that says it's better to be a good man in heaven than to be a prince.
Yeah.
Exactly. Nigeria is not a Nigeria is not a work by the hour economy.
Okay.
Most organizations, including government organizations, pay monthly. Nigerians' minimum wage is barely minimum for survival. I think the minimum wage for Nigeria, according to the federal government now, is 77,000, right? 77,000 naira in 2025. So that is for the month. So if you do the math now, you divide 77,000 naira by 30, what do you get? What do you get? Let's do the math. 77,000
naira. Divide by
30, yeah.
We have 2,566 naira.
So that's what you earn a day. Then if you divide that by 8, so we're assuming 8 working hours a day.
Yeah. 320 naira, 0.8.
So if you're going to work hourly in Nigeria, you're getting like 400 naira every hour. So in 10 hours, you get 4,000 naira. So you see where the problem is. Our minimum wage is very minimal. So, and aside that, if you now decide to say, okay, let's make employment hourly, right? So let's pay people by the hour. then companies will now be forced to make. If you are somebody earning 100,000 naira a month, is low, but at least it sounds a little bit attractive.
Yeah.
Compared to say, come and work, I will pay you 300 naira an hour. What are you going to do with 300 naira? So we are not there yet economically. I do not think it's because, especially in the private sector, because I've had interaction with a lot of owners of private business, particularly new generation private business, those who just started their business now, those, especially those who even grew their business from the trenches. They want to pay, they are paying as much as they can pay. And so we are just not there yet. Now, for the choice of work, why somebody would now prefer to go abroad and be cleaning restroom and toilet, is because there is a thing, and I told somebody this thing, there is a thing with the mind. There's a thing with the mind. You are in your home. You grew up here. You live among friends. The amount of, unconsciously, the amount of effort you put in your hustle, you can't compare with the amount of effort you put in your hustle if you live here. Because when you live here now and go to another city, your mind tells you the reason why I'm in this city is for hustle. So you are totally dedicated, overly dedicated to your hustle. So when Nigerians travel abroad, most Nigerians travel, not most, every Nigerian travel abroad to hustle. They know they left family and so on. They know they have mouths to feed. They know they have to, and now you can't be living abroad as a Nigerian, and your people in Nigeria know you are living abroad, and you will complain that you don't have money. They are not serious. You understand? So when they get there, pride goes away.
And then that's when you now know that there's dignity in labor.
We dig their heel down and they will,
Honestly,
and
and
they
then
will walk.
when they see the bills that they have to pay,
Exactly. They have to do
Running
it.
soup for them.
They have to do it.
So you mean all this jackpot syndrome? I feel Nigerians, when they get there and they see that there's no white collar jobs here, or well there is or there are, but
It's not for everybody.
it's not for everybody.
Yeah.
It's not for, like you said, it's not for everybody. So it's easier to get these menial jobs first, at least start with, because you have to pick your.
I know master degree holders
Hmm.
outside the country that are stock clerks. They are working in as stock
But they will
clerks.
never do that here.
They won't do that here. They have masters now.
And also, do you think Nigerian employers, I beg your pardon, is also, they are also part of the reason why? Because I've heard or seen a scenario where people tell you, or employers tell you, this person is qualified for this job. Are you the customer care for this person? I cannot employ the master's degree holder to be
Yeah.
customer. So do you think owners of businesses in Nigeria also?
No, I don't. I won't totally blame them out. I have applied for jobs several times, and there is one thing. A lot of there is a big lacuna. There's a big space between somebody leaving university and entering the job market. Nigerians are not prepared for that. There is no system, even the youth service that we go to, for some reason, either because the trainings they give are not presented in an interesting enough way, or for some reason, because I know even NYC, they try sometimes to do this kind of training. But at the end of the day, a lot of people do not know that when you are applying for a job, you are applying for the job. Nobody cares who you are. Nobody cares. So the problem you have is you see Dangote publishes for driver, for instance. Then you have a master's degree, but you don't have the job. But you now feel, okay, if you add your master's degree to your resume or your CV, you'll be looked at favorably. The problem is the person the place you're applying to understand value. They understand value. They see a master's degree holder, like, my guy I'm looking for. I cannot employ masters now. I'll be paying him this money.
Yeah.
So you have to say you're qualified. If you desperately need that job, you won't add masters to it. Maybe sometime later when they tell you, oh, I'm looking for accountant. And I'm an accountant, so I have a master's degree in social accounting and those kind of things. So for that, I think it's just a lot of people do not want to apply for jobs.
Yeah.
They don't want to apply for jobs. So that is basically the thing. And for those traveling abroad, one of the major things I see at some point is Nigeria got so tough, people just wanted to get out.
I think Nigeria is still good.
Yeah, it's still tough. It's still tough. But the difference now is the realization that getting out is not the solution and it's not a lot of people.
Yeah.
Because the amount to get out is crazy. It's not crazy.
As much as just remaining
The
there.
amount to get out is not crazy. So, but at some point, people just wanted to leave without even thinking of what they are going to do.
But it's so funny. Imagine living comfortably here, but for 1 or 2 reasons, you just feel like you can't get the money to leave, and then you now sell off almost all your property just to get maybe that you're comfortable here. You now start starting from scratch abroad, and you now see yourself doing it in your job, cleaning toilets, cleaning more,
And you know what is worse? Many of these countries understand the game now.
yeah.
So when you get there, like the UK for instance, before if you're in the UK and are doing a job, you could survive and still send money home. But now most of these countries are so crafty that they try to make sure all you earn is spent there. Whether by way of tax or the bills and everything. Like countries where the government supply all your needs according to their riches. When the country supply all your needs, it becomes difficult for you to save because that supply is not free. You have to pay. So that is where the trick is that many of these countries, there's a lot of Nigerians, we don't know, we just rush into it.
Yeah, but for Nigerians are also smart. Nigerians are also smart to say, okay, so that's why I think that's why you now have so many Nigerians that want to go to many schools so that they can wait for the time to go.
There's some countries' government now says no. You cannot work with past more than so amount a week. Hours a week. So it is sad, it's unfortunate. But I do not think it's the issue there is double standard.
Well, okay, so what do we call it now? You say,
Condition make the fish burn.
So why condition make your fish burn when you say Nigeria?
Condition make the fish burn.
Oh my God.
Do you know that we've had popular actors? I know an actor who was a successful actor, at least successful in the terms of the word of he has featured in a lot of movies. Or he's a security guard. In fact, I even know a musician who was popular. That is does security in the UK.
Really? Right now?
Yeah, the security man in the UK. This other guy, I'm trying to remember his name.
So now, what do you think might have caused that? Because that person, like you said, was kind of successful here. But then, is it currently or before now?
Before now.
Okay, before now. Okay.
No, they move out, and they cannot. Like for instance, we had acts like LD did done Too Short. I don't know if you remember somebody called Too Short.
Yeah.
I watched an interview that he did with maybe Stage U. Yeah, I think it was Stage U. But even the Stage U too is not in Nigeria. He too has left the country. He's doing his podcast from the abroad there. And Too Short literally said he went from 100 to 0. Just he crashed. So whatever he had left, he gathered it together and went to America and started again. And it was easier for him to start again. Because Nigeria is, I don't want to sound like I'm swearing for my country. but Nigeria is a country that there's a lot of Nigeria is blessed. Yeah? Nigeria is blessed, but doors to assess certain things. It's easy to find, but not easy to open.
Okay.
You can get to the door, but opening it is not easy. You might expect that, like for instance, somebody can tell you, Somebody can on paper tell you, I'll open a business, I'll open one shop, I'll start selling clothes. In 2 months' time, I will have 10 customers.
Yeah, that's what
And you are there like 6 months. Nobody has come to ask, Apa, what do you do for him? So it is tricky in Nigeria. It's not very easy in Nigeria to do certain things. And because Nigeria is a country where wealthy people are extra wealthy, and wealthy people are extra wealthy, a small man can set up his business in one corner. And the extra wealthy just come and do like times 5 of the business he's doing and take everything away. So it's easier for people to just go abroad and start afresh, so to speak.
Okay, we have a lot to say, but we need to go on this big break. Welcome back from that really short break. Before we went into the break, we're still talking about Nigerians and double standards, and we trashed the aspect of Nigerians preferring to do menial jobs abroad as a business leader here. We feel it's almost economic access to living here, but to glorify Asian living abroad. So I have to mean to you. I'm not going to tell you now. I'm not going to show them to you now. I have a meaning to be very superb and a very good. Oh my god! So on this second part of the of this show, we're going to be talking about the double standards part now, where I feel like Nigerians are double faced. They are two faced. Why do they like this and they don't like that in some weird cases? On the Couch is a conversational show where we get to speak our opinions, it's unscripted. We just relax, we just juice, and we talk about almost anything from nation, what's happening in nations, to relationships, to lifestyle, to anything that's happening, we just juice and talk about it. If you want to be my guest, please reach out. You can always reach out to us on our social media pages on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube. You can watch us on YouTube. You can watch us anywhere. You can reach us. Send your opinions or your comments on our social media pages. You can send us a WhatsApp message or a text message anyhow you want it to be done for you. And this segment is open for sponsorship. Please reach out to us for sponsorship. And you can also run a business ad with us. We will be more than glad to get back to you. So yeah, now I can introduce my guest. Hi guys, me, Mr. Lawrence. Hi, Mr. Lawrence.
Hi, Maro.
For the second time.
Yay!
Okay, so Mr. Lawrence, what do you think? Let's trash celebrities now, right?
Mhm.
Here in Nigeria, let's say we don't really adore our celebrities like that.
No, we do.
We do adore our celebrities. Or okay.
Not to see if you are behaving well.
Yes, if you are behaving well in Nigeria, we adore you or worship you, kind of. But abroad, any celebrity does abroad is correct. Whatever any celebrity does abroad or do abroad, Nigerians will glorify it and kind of make it seem right. So, what do you think? Do you think that makes Nigerians double-sided or double standard? Do you think that makes Nigerians look like they have double standards?
I think the issue of hero worship in Nigeria, it's just became more serious now. Before we kind of pay attention to what we are doing, but now it's more of the individual, because I've seen takes of people who, regardless of what the person does, you will always find a way to defend it. Like for instance, this one we were talking about what the president's wife did to the governor of the state. I did not mention name. I just said president of the government of the state. And I said some people would not have issues with that because it's the president's wife, right? Now, if another person was the president and his wife does that, let's say good luck Jonathan Patient, Jonathan did that, these same people will have issue with it.
Yeah.
Nigeria are politically, Nigerians are generally naturally double standard in everything they do. It's our default state to be two-faced when it comes to what we want or what we don't want. It all depends on who is dictating the tune. Exactly. Depends on the who. Right?
The who is
Exactly. We are in this country where a certain big artist and his goons or his guys or bodyguard shot somebody. People defended it. Right? And these same people would go against kidnappers. This same of their artists, once upon a time, kidnapped somebody allegedly. People defended it. So our decisions are based on individuals. We gradually, a lot of Nigerians have gradually started losing. And when I mean a lot of Nigerians, I mean a lot of Nigerians on the social media space. I like to assume that the notion of this double standard is coming from social media space. I do not think that grounded Nigerians who are not big in social media have that problem. Yeah, I think this influence of community influence on people has made it such that people no longer think for themselves. They follow the comment before their own and they give their comment. They look at the person and make their comment. The most popular gangs in the Romanian space on the social media page, particularly X, is Davido and Whiskey. Whiskey FC and Davido FC. Then they have the Burna Boy too. And you notice Davido might do something, but will not sit down well with Whiskey FC. The irony of the thing is the day Whiskey does that, it will be okay. Yeah, so the problem in itself is not just what has been done. The problem is hero worship. So hero worship on social media has made people to be double standard, to be two-faced in what they're doing. And I think that's the root cause of the problem.
So,
I recall you were giving an instance of even dressing.
yes, I was saying about dressing. Thank you very much. So yeah, it was dressing. Women, some of our women, I don't know how to talk about women who dress a certain type of here in Nigeria and they come to dress another type of way, and then we find a way to justify it, we find a way to justify it. That's also
If it's the person that we're talking about, I would like to call that a lack of identity. We're a big double standard.
That's for lack of identity for who now?
For the
Nigerians or
person. For the person. Like what I mean is, if your question is, let's say a good example, a lady in Nigeria who puts on his dress in a certain way, and because he or she is abroad, decides to take a U-turn, regardless of whether, if the factor is not weather, the fact that just because I am out there, then it's lack of identity. Then if it's our stars, like I tell people, I've seen people criticize Arya Star for the way she dressed, and for the life of me, I do not understand why people criticize that. Exactly. She is a like I asked one a question. When Beyonce was younger and she was doing all those music videos with those what do you call those materials that shines and those are sequences, I was shaking it up and down and we all screaming and shouting. Somebody say, this dress not too small. Even to award shows and she goes on stage like that. Then it comes to our own star now. You forget what she's singing, you forget how good she sounds, and you are saying
as an
African woman
like this, you are supposed to be promoting your music, not promoting your unity and
she's not new for us.
She's not new, but she's almost new with what we see. But I'm not bashing her. I'm just saying it's like I said, it's a style.
Yeah,
Right?
it's
a
an
style, but so many
image.
people have an issue with that.
Yeah, because when I knew the effect of image was when I listened to a conversation. I listened to a conversation Iblis of Goretti. Iblis, the rapper that owns the Goretti company. I had a conversation with somebody, and I heard how he branded Fino. So then I realized that Fino didn't just appear looking like Fino the rapper. Fino Fido. He didn't appear looking like that. The company signed him. They looked at him and okay, give him mohawk, dress him like this, then let him continue this hard rapping in Igbo, and that was his identity. And that's how they took it. So, or Cynthia Morgan, for instance, one of the problems Cynthia Morgan had with what's his name, Judo Koye, was she wanted to stop wearing wig, that her pink wig and all, a red wig and wine color wig. And Jude was like, one of the issues, that's not all, that's one of the issues. So like, well, that's your identity. So a lot of these people have been branded by their company. So you see Arya Stars wearing, it's not like Arya Stars does not have value. I also do. You understand again? So the double standardness for me doesn't come from the artist. It comes from fans.
So the pressure that fans put on them makes them double standard.
No.
Okay.
I'm not saying celebrities are not double standard.
Yeah.
But I'm saying on that case, I do not fault celebrities.
Okay, yes.
I fault fans
Yes.
who, you allow, like, for instance, one time there was a time that rappers like Lil Wayne, Eminem, 50 Cent hold sway in Nigeria. They held sway in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Every young man or young lady, your favorite rapper, they mention these people. And meanwhile, you had rappers in Nigeria. Okay, see. Well, see, and meanwhile, while all these rappers were popular, we had rappers in Nigeria that nobody paid attention to.
And maybe at that time they are not up their game now. So this ones were upping their game at that time.
But meanwhile, when a rapper now decides to rap like those people to get your attention, you complain. I've been doing my thing my way. You did not see me.
And don't copy my face. Just do your thing. Don't copy my.
So, but as far as double standard goes for Nigerians,
Yeah.
we would, a lot of Nigerians,
And you don't think it's anything
I do not. Even in our politics, it's there now. It shows.
So do you think it's a Nigerian thing or do you think it's a human thing?
Hunger. We don't know what hunger does.
So it's a human thing.
It's hunger. It's hunger.
Hunger. But I think some American people abroad are still hungry. Are you saying that Nigeria double standard? The hunger is pushing.
A lot of them, have been motivated. Hunger is one of the motivations.
Oh, interesting.
Let me explain.
Interesting.
Let me explain. All right. I'll use politics for this stuff. There is a very popular politician whose name I will not mention. Everybody knows him.
You know who?
You know him. This man once stood against anything and everything that is Tinubu.
Yeah.
There was nothing Tinubu does that is good enough for this man. He was always bad. There was almost no name he had been called this man. Tinubu became the president. Initially, he started the bash. And after a while, he changed his tune. Started reducing his then when he wants to bash, he will start bashing Tinubu's opponents. Started just for no reason. Anything Tinubu opponent or the opposition does, he will drag. He started just dragging the opposition. And Brian started singing in praise of Tinubu. Then he has gotten a political appointment. Then he now tweeted one time for that he has no issue with anybody because his hunger has been. So right now, there is no more issue again.
So you're saying that the time he was bashing.
He was hungry. He needed food. It's just food.
Give
So
us their daily bread, and we got daily bread, and then
Exactly.
it changed.
so a lot of Nigerians adopt that method that now becomes part of them. When they apply, we have people who, sorry, I'm using politics because I'm one of these. You see, I'm a serious. Well, we have people who were part of the previous administration.
Yeah.
Insecurity was rampant then. Insecurity is not new.
It's not-
When they were there, they did not solve it. They are out of office now. Suddenly, they have the brilliant idea to solve the problem.
We have ideas and opinions and things to say.
You're in office for 8 years. They do not have
We
this
do
idea.
nothing.
So hunger is one of the factors. And I think another factor that I can point to is lack of a solid foundation. This is particular for the young people. Most young people do not know who they want, what they want, what they like.
Young people, can you hear that? Say if you don't know what you okay,
Most.
you don't know what you want. All of us.
Most young people don't know
Most of us don't know what we want. Most of us don't know what we
like,
like. Most of us don't know what we
who they
who
are.
we like.
Who they are.
And most of you don't know who you are. I
So what that creates then is that it now creates a lack of identity. You see, I do not agree in principle with certain people. Very good example I'll give you is someone like Juan. In principle, I do not like most of his motives.
Yeah.
But you see his person, I like because he's consistent. Burna Boy yesterday is Burna Boy today. Burna Boy in the morning, Burna Boy in the evening. He doesn't change his stance. Even if I don't like it. But he's consistent. Right? So it is what most Nigerians lack. They model their life after people. Model their life after celebrity.
That's why you hear them say, "Oh, my role model, my role model."
My role model. So that creates ground for double standards, lack of standards. And that's very solid example is the issue with one of my icons, Tubaba.
Faith.
One of my faves, Tubaba. He was married and he got separated. And his new marriage is having issues. The people are now saying he shouldn't have left the former marriage and all. And for God's sake, man. You are acting like the guy's name.
This your faith issue is the whole of people. And sometimes so then we have to look for a way to beg you to come join us in another episode so we can maybe trash this your faith issue because that's the whole
All right,
lot.
I'm open.
Alright, it's open. How sweet is that? Oh my god. Alright, so we have to wrap up the show now. On the couch, like I said earlier, it's a conversational show. You can send in your opinions, you can send in your thoughts, you can send in what you would want us to talk about. You can please reach out to me if you want to be my guest if you want to be on my couch. On my couch, we don't just entertain anybody, we entertain sweet and lovely people. And I know that you are lovely and I know that you're a sweet person and sweet people watching and viewing us wherever you're viewing us. On the couch segment open for sponsorship and adverts, please reach out to us. You can follow us on all our social media pages on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and please follow, share, like, and subscribe on YouTube. Reach out to us on WhatsApp and send us a text message via SMS on the number displayed on the screen. That's it for this episode on the couch. Thank you to my guest, Mr. Lawrence, for joining me on this episode. And,
Thank you for having me.
I hope to be here soonest with another sweet story. For now,